So the F4P Nation has demanded more 392 reels. So who am I to say no? Today, let's talk about 392s and power adders. The 392 in factory form is almost 11-to-1 compression and utilizes a ton of cam phasing. This results in quite a bit of cylinder pressure and consequently a very narrow tuning window on pump gas. The ring land area is very close to the top of the piston and ring gap specified per Mopar is extremely thin. This means that the rings are much more likely to butt, and when this happens, it's catastrophic. This phenomenon becomes exacerbated when you bring a power adder, supercharging, turbocharging, or nitrous into the mix. After all, you are adding more cylinder pressure. So I get asked all the time, can you add a power adder to a stock bottom end 392? And the answer is yes, but with some caveats. The way I do it personally is I ensure that plenty of fuel system is in place, like a DW400 fuel pump module, proper intercooler to keep the charge temps under control. When possible, I use a cam that bleeds off cylinder pressure like our Tomahawk or Titan II. Making less bottom end torque will make this issue less prevalent. If the engine is apart, gapping the rings will go a long way. The factory ring gap is approximately 13 thousandths, and gapping to low to mid 20s is more appropriate for this size piston in a forced induction application. As far as the power adder themselves go, I would recommend a large frame turbocharger or mid frame twins, or a centrifugal supercharger like a Torque Storm or a D1 Pro Charger. The reason for this is that these will be less likely to make a ton of boost at low RPM, which will again mitigate risk. All this being said, it is still a risk. You can have the right parts, the right tuning, and still eventually have a failure. This is why many elect to use our parts, such as drop-in rods and pistons. The way I usually frame the conversation is, if you can't afford to have an engine failure, you should not do it. You can either choose to build it right, or you can choose to build it twice. And building it twice will always be more expensive. If you like this content, let me know in the comments.